Hey guys, I know that there's no, hi guys, I know nobody's here yet. And this is a surprise because I'm about 15 minutes early. I didn't put up a notification today saying I was going to be here. This is impromptu, and I'm here because I said I would be. But you guys, I have plans. I was invited out today with my kiddos, and my doggie and I are going to go out and go fishing. So I thought I'd pop on here and do a quick class. I don't know how many of you are going to join me, and there's not even anyone here yet, but I'm going to go ahead and start, and I'll just fill you guys in as you pop in if you pop in. Okay. Hello, if you don't know me yet, my name is Crystal Jade. This is a free tarot class. I do this class because I want all of you out there to be able to read tarot the way I do so that you can explore your own divinity in the same way I do. Hi, Sam. There you are. Yay. I'm early. I'm way early. I had a change of plans today. My kids are coming to get me in about half hour. So my dog and I are going to go down to the river and go fishing. We were blessed with an amazingly beautiful day. It's very rare that I get invited along to these kind of things, so I'm going to do it. So I decided to pop on early. It'll be a shorter class. I don't know how many people are going to join us, Sam, but we're here to talk about the hangman. Hi, hey, thank you for joining. Anshuman, so glad to see you. I was just telling everyone, I'll just probably keep repeating myself. I'm early today, about 15 minutes. Usually I come on at noon, which is noon my time. You just messaged Lisa. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Hopefully the notification gets out there that I'm live. I'm here today to talk about the hangman. This is a free tarot class. The reason why I do this is because I want you guys to be able to read tarot so you can explore your own divinity as well. I am still always open and available to read for you guys. If you ever need a reading, please feel free to message me privately at crystalmedicine999@gmail.com. But I'm here to teach you guys. This was the first notification you got. Yeah, because I popped on, honey. I didn't schedule a live earlier because I was waiting to hear from my kids what the plans were going to be. So as soon as I heard from them and they said that we were going to be leaving at the time we're leaving and that I had like 45 minutes to play with, I was like, ooh, I'm going to pop on then. Anyways, because I've already have my notes and everything ready to go. So here I go. We're here today. This is class 13, but card 12. We're on the hangman today. In the major arcana, card number 12 is the hanged man. The hangman is about surrender, suspension, seeing things differently. Okay. So this is actually one of the most misunderstood cards in the deck. So hi Code Design. Thank you for coming. So happy you're here. Create Design. Real quickly, I know you guys didn't get a lot of a notice. I'm here early and this is kind of off for me, but the crystal associations for the hanged man, let me plug this in real quickly. They are fluorite and lepidolite. So we're looking at purple stones. This is intuition, and that's makes sense because the hangman is us taking ourselves out of basically life and taking time to stop and look at things in a different perspective, higher learning, introspection, that kind of stuff, self-awareness. So I've got a couple of fluorites here. This is fluorite. These are all for sale in my shop if you're interested. The Etsy shop. All the crystals I show today, except for one, are for sale in my Etsy shop. That is fluorite. This is lepidolite. So you can see the difference, but they're both still purple stones. One of them just has a lot more quartz and other elements in it. And then we've got a lepidolite sphere here. This guy's heavy. Lepidolite is a very dense stone, so there's a lot to it, and it's deep and it's thick and it's just chocked full. So that feeling comes through. This one is not for sale. This is one in my private collection. This is a lepidolite tower, and it's got some flower agate in it right here. But this one's got lots of it's almost unicorn stone. Almost. It's just missing an element, but it's almost unicorn stone with the smoky quartz chunks in there. Okay, so lepidolite and fluorite for the hanged man. I brought out, I've got the Rider Waite, the typical Rider Waite here so that we can refer to the symbology. Thank you, ladies, for being here so that I'm not just talking to the ethers. And then I brought in the Hanged Man card from the Westwood Tarot. This is one of my favorite decks for the book. Like, I love the cards. They're really cute and adorable, but I like it for the book. The book is amazing. If you guys are just now. Lisa can't make it tonight. Oh, that's okay. That's all right. I understand. Thank you for trying though for me, Sam. Thank you. She can come back and watch the replay if she wants to. Yeah. Anyways, if you're a beginning tarot reader and you're trying to learn how to read tarot and you want like a basic overview of all the associations so that you're not trying to go pick this information out from different places, the Westwood Tarot is the best for the guidebook. It just gives you everything in there. So I grabbed the one out of there, and we've got like the little monkey guy hanging by his foot. All right. Calling in my guides and protectors, angels and ancestors of the love and light only, asking for a connection to the source God energy in this moment, asking for a collective connection for everyone who comes and participates here, now, or ever, timelessly. Asking for angelic protection to be placed around that connection as we explore higher knowledge together. And I'm asking for only high vibrational beings to participate in this moment so that we get true, clear, and divine knowledge, and asking for angelic protection to be placed around this connection. We are divinely protected within the source energy, so be it, and so it is. Okay, just wanted to pop that out there. So, like I was saying, the Hangman is one of the most kind of mysterious deck cards in the tarot, in the major arcana. This card represents moments of deep transformation. This is when you're going within, doing that introspection, heavy introspection, not through action, is what I'm trying to say, but through like surrendering yourself to it. This is when you are going into meditation and you're going to be receiving your downloads and your upgrades, seeking higher knowledge about who you are and what you're here for, what your specific journey and pathway is. It's a call to shift your perspective, look at things in a different perspective, and then trust that wisdom that comes through the stillness. That's where you're going to get your answers, is in that stillness, in that empty stillness. So what my goals are for today is to talk about the symbols on the card. It's numerological and astrological meanings, the energetic role of crystals that resonate with this archetype, and how to interpret and embody the lessons of this card. Hopefully I have enough time to do all that. Okay, so I'm going to grab the typical Rider-Waite so you guys can see the symbols on that one. Let's take a moment to look at the Hangman card, particularly from the Rider-Waite deck. A man hanging upside down by 1 foot from a wooden structure that resembles a Tau cross. So the way he looks, it looks like the Tau cross. He is calm, serene. There's no sign of struggle. So this is the surrender that comes in. Stop. Stop. Sorry, guys. Are you still here? Oh, my goodness. I hope you're still here. I figured out how to reconnect, but for whatever reason, the internet's really bad in this corner of my apartment. I hope you guys are here and you didn't leave. Can someone say something so I know if you're here still? I was saying, for the playback crew, hopefully I'm actually playing and I'm not just talking to nothing, which is quite possible for me. Hi. Okay. Sorry. It's almost a given that has to happen now, isn't it, Sam? What I was saying, this is not a card about punishment. He's not being hung upside down because he's being punished. He is voluntarily doing this. He's stepping outside of like linear time space to gain a higher vision. Think of it as a spiritual cocoon phase. I love that. This figure is often compared to Odin, who hung himself from the world tree, Yggdrasil for 9 nights to gain the knowledge of runes, or Jesus, whose crucifixion was a moment of divine surrender before resurrection. The numerology, the power of 12. Okay, so 12 is the number of cosmic order. 12 zodiac signs, 12 months, 12 hours of day and night. It represents a cycle near completion, but with a pause. 1 + 2 = 3, which links the Hangman to the Empress, growth and creation. But here, inner growth before outer birth is what this one is. So the Hangman is like the pregnant pause before a new creation, an invisible gestation period. Okay. The astrological correspondence. So the Neptune is the astrology here. The hangman corresponds with Neptune, the planet of dreams, illusions, surrender, the dissolving of ego boundaries. Neptune asks us to trust the unseen, to let go of logic, and to be open to mysticism and emotion. This perfectly fits with the energy of the hangman, which says, don't force it, flow with it. Neptune also rules Pisces. My hubby is a Pisces. Which is a sign associated with faith, empathy, and spiritual sacrifice. Pisces pretty much carries a little bit of all the characteristics of all the zodiacs, being the last one on the wheel. So in this card, the hangman chooses to hang, not because he must, but because he sees a greater truth. Hi, Garnet. Nice to see ya. Glad you're here. Okay. So crystal associations are lepidolite, supports emotional release, surrender, and transition. We've got two of those beauties there. And fluorite, which, wait, where'd that go? Fluorite brings clarity, reorganization after a time of inner chaos. So those are the two associations. Okay, the meanings. I'm going to use this guy. So the upright meanings for the hanged man is letting go, surrendering control, shifting perspective, adapting divine timing, or adapting to or accepting divine timing, or spiritual enlightenment through pause. The reversal meanings: resistance to letting go, feeling stuck or stagnant, fear of surrender, having to have control, sacrifice that is no longer serving you, or avoiding that necessary shadow work, inner work. A lot of times we will do that. We'll try to avoid that, or we try to skip over it, or we try to convince ourselves that we've dealt with it when we really haven't. Hi, Beachcomber. Hello. So you ask yourself, if you receive the hanged man, you in a reversed way, you ask yourself, am I in a moment of sacred pause, or am I clinging to an old view that needs to dissolve? All right. So some journaling prompts that you guys can use. This is going to be a really quick class today, you guys. I'm so sorry. It is going to be really quick. Like I was explaining earlier, my son unexpectedly invited me on an outing today. They're going to be here pretty soon, and I don't get those invites very often. So I haven't seen my son in over a month. So I'm really missing him. We need to talk about wedding plans anyway. So anyways, but I said I'd be here. So I decided to pop on and do a quick one. The hanged man. So I'm going to ask you guys to do a little bit more homework than normal today, just to fill the class, fill in for the lack of, I guess. So in your journaling for this, for the hanged man, ask yourself 3 things. 1, what area of your life is calling you to surrender control? So when the hangman comes in, this is the question you're going to ask yourself. And because we're in the energy of that right now, and you're learning on the hangman, this is something that you need to ask yourself right now in your journaling. What area of my life is calling me to surrender control? That's 1. 2, where am I resisting a needed pause or shift in perspective? A lot of us, we're just live in such a fast-paced world, right? We forget to stop and take time to listen to our intuition before we make impromptu decisions. That's just a reminder for that. Where is that need at in your pathway right now? And what belief or behavior could I suspend to see more clearly? So what is it that you're doing that's no longer serving your highest good, that would help you to stop and kind of see things more clearly? This may be, just bad habits that we pick up along the way, where we don't take time to a lot of us will eat while we watch TV while we eat. So we're not even paying attention to the food that's nourishing our bodies. We're not showing gratitude for it. We're not blessing it to our highest good. We just grab that food, plop down at the table, and start munching. And so we're not only eating, but also we are whatever we're watching on TV, we're basically eating that at this. We're in the energy of consuming, right? So a lot of us do that. That's a bad habit. I don't know if you guys do that. That's a really bad habit. We should stop watching TV while we eat. I know that's really hard. Some people think that they go hand in hand, but I'm telling you, try to intermittently, try to just be in the moment when you're nourishing your body. Say, this food needs to do this for me and that for me. And, I bless this to my health. And instead of just taking for granted that that's what it's doing with no intention behind it, right? Intention is everything. I know I say that all the time, but just a reminder. Play soft music while you're eating. Instead, play meditation music or play frequencies while you're eating. That I absolutely endorse that for sure, for sure. Okay. All right. So what insights did you gain? Oh, and then also at the end, after you do those 3 journaling questions, actually do like a little bonus question and tell yourself what insights you gained by your meditation for the hangman. Because before you guys do your journaling or answer your journaling questions, you really should be meditating to receive the information you need. So basically, like, just journal how your meditation went for the hangman card. Um, okay, now if you want to talk to your spirit guides, intuitively talk to your spirit guides while you are journaling or working with the hangman card energy, this is what you ask your spirit guides. You know, my intentions here are to receive this information. What do I need to surrender? What new perspective needs to come out? And what is the lesson in your current pause? Like, what do I need to pause to learn right now? And then be open and receptive to receive that information for sure. Sometimes the greatest transformation actually comes from doing nothing. Okay. Stopping, pausing, letting everything, the world kind of fly around behind you as you go and just kind of take yourself outside of it as the hangman. Sometimes in those moments is where you're going to receive the biggest leaps and jumps in your spiritual growth. Because in stillness, when there's not a lot of chaos and distraction, we just see things differently. We see things differently. And nowadays, everybody's trying to fit as much as they can on their plate. We're all on this man-made construct called time, and we're all chasing it all the time, seeing how much we can fit into a day, right? And we live our lives around a clock. So it's very different. Truth really comes when you release that and kind of go outside the boundaries of that by taking your pause. It's really important. So when the hangman card comes in, that's the major message that's coming through with this guy. So yeah, so grab a piece of fluorite, grab a beautiful chunk of lepidolite, sit down and do a meditation. I feel like we can all really benefit from this right now. Um, Doing some introspection. We're always constantly evolving and growing, and we're always constantly receiving as long as we're open and receptive. The hangman energy archetype is that of introspection, being open and receptive to receive. But in order to do that, you've got to stop everything else you're doing, pause, and be in the moment. Hi, Peggy. Hi, Beverly. Yay. Beachcomber. Everyone's showing up. Well, you guys, I am so sorry to say this. um, I'm not going to stay very long. I got to go. I was invited to an impromptu outing with my son and his soon to be bride. Um, we're going to go, and my doggy. We're going to go down to a place called the Nisqually Junction, which is Nisqually River, about an hour and a half from here. I used to take my kids there all the time when they were little. It's been years since I've been there. And my son called me up out of nowhere and asked me if me and the dog wanted to go. I don't get that invitation very often from that particular child. So I was like, what? You want little mom to come? Okay. Well, I have to pop on and do my class real quick then. So I know you guys will understand. One more time real quickly. So Neptune is the astrological association. We've got Pisces as the zodiac association, and water is the element association. So it's good to have that information as well. So let me give you a little takeaway challenge. This week, notice where you're rushing, fixating or pushing or trying to fix or correct and putting all your focus on that instead of pausing. Sometimes it helps when you're like stuck in a situation or like writer's block or creative blocks. That happens to me as an artist. Sometimes you just got to stop and walk away, come back and reapproach it. You just got to take that pause. So, and instead of pausing, ask yourself, instead of being in this hurry, right? Notice when you're rushing, when you're fixing, when you're pushing, when you're fixating. And instead, when you notice that you're doing it, ask your guides to point it out to you too. Ask your guides to tell you or give you hints that it's happening, that you're doing it. But when you notice that, instead, pause and see what happens. pause and see what happens, and then take note of the difference that that made in whatever actions that you're taking or whatever's happening in the energy at that time. Ask yourself, what if I just let go right now instead of having to have control of this moment? What would actually happen if I just let go and kind of went with the flow, and just have that experience? It's very interesting. It is very interesting. But that is the gift that the hangman brings. The hangman brings the gift of pause, introspection, allowing you to let go and surrender. Hi, Ginger. Okay, guys, I am so sorry. I feel like I'm being mean and I'm teasing everybody. I came on early today. I popped in at, I think, like 11:45 because my son invited me to an outing. I'm so happy to see you, Ginger. Um, but I get to go to the river with my doggy today, and it's a beautiful, gorgeous day out. I'm so excited. My son doesn't invite me along very often. Um, he likes to go do things like shoot guns and stuff like that, which I am not a fan of at all. I like to go hang out with trees though. So I'm going to go do that today, guys. You know what? If I can get some reception from this beautiful river that I'm going to, I may go live for a few minutes while I'm down there just to show you guys this amazing place. I used to take my kids there. So I was a single mom raising 3 teenagers, and I had like 2 and sometimes 3 jobs at a time just to pay the bills, just to feed them, guys. So we couldn't afford expensive vacations. I couldn't do it. I could barely do school clothes and school supplies every year. So what did we do on our summer break and pretty much all summer long on the weekends or whenever I had a chance with days off? We went to this amazing place. It's down by the Nisqually River. And it's beautiful down there, gorgeous down there. It is on Nisqually Indian Reservation land. And it's gorgeous. So if I get reception down there, I'll pop on for a quick or a real short, quick live if you guys are available to peek in and share this beautiful place with you guys. I'm so excited to go back there. Ginger says, I'm going to a birthday dinner with my dad. He's 75. Happy birthday, Ginger's dad. 75. You know what? Okay. That's funny because today's card was the hangman, which is card number 12, and 75 in numerology is 12, which is actually 3, which is actually like your circle of support, your family, your friends, so that all just fits. Isn't that funny how that all kind of fits? Thank you, Beachcomber. Thank you. Yeah, isn't that crazy? The synchronicities are real. There's no such thing as a coincidence or an accident. Everything is synchronistic. It's the flow. Pretty interesting though, huh? It's weird how my mind works. You guys, when you tell me things like, my dad turned 75 today, my mind goes in so many directions and I start making like connections in my mind that really don't matter, like that, like what I just said doesn't really matter, but it's interesting. You emailed me. Okay, Ginger, I'll look for that. If I don't answer you today, I will promptly answer you tomorrow. I don't know how long the day is going to be or how exhausted I'm going to be, but I've got my knee brace on. I've got my muscles ready to go. I'm going to go have fun. Yeah, you guys look out for a live. If I can, I will do it. It won't be a long one. It'll just be a quick one to show you guys the beauty. Okay. Thank you for showing up. I'm sorry it was short, so short but sweet. I'll be back for a regular, normal, long one next week, unless some weird thing pops up. But, family first. We got to enjoy our kids. Believe me, if anybody knows that, it's me. All right, guys. See you soon, Sam. Sam, thank you so much for moderating. Thank you for sticking through with me while the internet tried to do its thing. I guess I cannot come on and do a live without at least it trying to freeze on me one time, right? All right. Lifting you all in divine, abundant love and light. Go have an amazing rest of your Sunday. And I will see you. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'm doing a live sale. Okay. Blessed be.